Hi everyone, welcome to my Proverbs home, and this is Lisa. I hope your day went really great today. Today I had a very busy day. Well, I started my morning thinking it was going to go one way, but it ended up going in a totally different route. But it was a good day nevertheless. Had a lot of running around to do, going to the grocery store, picking up pie crusts, and then trying to find pie tins for the two pies my husband was making for our church. Now, my husband is a great baker. I love to cook. I make great meals. My husband cooks too, but he loves to bake. And his favorite thing to bake is apple pies. He makes the best. Now, I know all the ingredients that goes into my husband's apple pies. But for some reason, when he makes it, it just comes out wonderful. He just has that touch to make some really good apple pies. We've actually had people in our community ask him to sell his apple pies. However, we're too busy and we have too busy of a schedule to be able to start making apple pies to sell. And then you have to have a license, and there's just so many other things you have to do. So he got that done, but the pie tins that went to buy, I went to Dollar General. When I got there, I saw a lady I know, and she said she was there also for pie tins and they didn't have any. So I decided maybe I'll go down to the Dollar Tree in the village and get some pie tins there. So I went over to my church. I cleaned the church, but something I just felt to go back to the Dollar General and check. And guess what? They did have pie tins. They had them there. They were two for $6, which I thought was very pricey. The prices have gone up, so that kind of surprised me, but it was a necessity, and I didn't feel like driving down to the village, so I went on ahead, and I picked up two pie tins. And they worked fine. They were great, and they were like the heavy-duty ones, so they were pretty good. So I picked those up for my husband. By the time I got home, I thought to myself, what to cook for dinner? So I decided to make some pepper steak. So we had pepper steak with peppers and onions, tomatoes, and a nice sauce, glazy sauce that was really good. So that's what we had. And as we were eating at the table, we see a bobcat crossing our yard. I always get a little excited when I see a bobcat. I look outside, I make sure it doesn't come near our home. Because if you ever see a bobcat, if you're out in the wilderness, you're out at a park, you don't ever want to get near one. They are dangerous and they will scratch. But he stayed on his side of the field, so that was okay with me. I wanted to share today an autumn whisper with you. This is a poem I wrote a while back, and it talks about autumn. As I drive down the scenic routes, I look and I see all the beautiful pumpkins and the colors of the leaves. It's like the autumn is whispering. It comes and it goes so quick. Hay rides and cider sips and color leaves bring a warmth of sweet relief. Oh, my friend, no more heat, just autumn leaves falling at our feet, touching us with colors warm as we sing this autumn song. Autumn whispers, the hayride's here. Jump on in with your loved one near. Let's enjoy this autumn's peace and watch the splendor of the leaves. Yes, the autumn here is absolutely beautiful. I love when the sun is setting in the evening time over the trees, and all you see is the different colors of all the trees. It is absolutely amazing. I have to say, I have a great group of subscribers here on my Proverbs home. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I love reading the comments. I love when we all share together. And when you share your memories, I just really love them. I think they're wonderful. And I think that having a channel is not just about having a channel, something to do. It's about getting to know people, getting to know you ladies, and enjoying who you are. I especially like the videos that I get to sip tea and share with you what kind of tea I'm sipping. Whatever it is you're doing, maybe you're laying in bed with a good book, listening to my voice, and you close your eyes and picture the beautiful ocean with this moon rising behind it. How peaceful is that? I love it. I like sometimes turning on YouTube and then looking for like the sounds at night, like the waves crashing or the rain falling. It's so relaxing for me. What about you? And you know, it's like having tea by the sea. Tea and beauty by the sea, echoing its embracing breeze. Pour me tea in my china cup while the sun is waltzing up, admiring a wave so clear, jumping high with grand old cheer. Perfect elegance has raptured me while I gaze at the intriguing sea. My precious darling will find me, admiring with romantic glee, whispering, "My darling dear, will you marry me this year? Oh, my darling, can't you see? My love is for the great blue sea." I wrote that back in 2020. Now, we all know what happened in 2020, and it was in December. It was a few days before my birthday, because it was a time that many of us were indoors. We weren't seeing a lot of family members, and it was kind of a hard time then. And I would think about just being at the beach. Do you enjoy that? Do you enjoy tea by the sea? Or do you enjoy your tea when it's pouring rain? When do you enjoy your tea? I remember the most beautiful sky. Now I love my sunsets, especially in the fall, when the sky is purple and it's just really, really beautiful. I really do enjoy watching the sunrise or the sun setting. Just beautiful. But my most beautiful sunset that I saw was when my husband and I were in Tennessee. And I wrote about it because it was so beautiful. As I looked at that sunset, I actually wrote about it. And it's called Tennessee Skies. And that was in 2021 in November. The Tennessee skylights, like a beautiful picturesque, the stroke of a brush by our Creator, made the best. The heavens declare the glory of our Lord and God, and the Tennessee skies preach it bold and proud. Watch and see, as you look up high, God is the creator of the Tennessee skies. It was just absolutely beautiful. When I was in Tennessee, I fell in love with Tennessee. I fell in love with the mountains. I really did. Now, we have mountains where I live. We have the Adirondack Mountains. We have big bears. We have moose. We have all of those beautiful things. But there's just something about the Tennessee Smoky Mountains. They are absolutely gorgeous, and we really enjoy being there. And I remember every morning in the cabin that we were staying in, there was a rooster that would always wake us up in the morning. And I called him the Tennessee Rooster. I never really gave him a name. I should have. But I called him the Tennessee Rooster. That was the name I wanted to give him. You know, the Tennessee Rooster woke me up as I sipped my tea in my mountain cup. Wake up, time to go and watch my feathers put on a show. I'm a Tennessee rooster with a song. I sing a cock-a-doodle-doo all morning long. As we were in Tennessee and we enjoy our time there, there was a little white mountain church that I really fell in love with. We would drive by it as we were going into Pigeon Forge, and it was just such a pretty church. Now, we all know that Dolly Parton is from that area, and if you've ever been to Dollywood, she has a replica of the church that she used to go to when she was a little girl. So they have this actually in her park. So I wrote about it. Little church, I see your steeple, hearing praises from God's people. A mountain church that stands so steep as the shepherd feeds the sheep. When they sing, we are redeemed, the mountain church just starts to beam. With so much love for you and me, old mountain church in Tennessee. Tennessee was just full of so many beautiful things, so many beautiful animals, and just the people were so friendly. Now I know it doesn't matter what town you go to, or what city you visit, or what state you go to. You're always going to find those folks that aren't that friendly. But did I ever tell you about the horse that was drinking moonshine? I saw a horse, and he was drinking out of a huge pail. It was a tin pail. And I thought to myself, I think he's drinking moonshine. I saw a horse drinking moonshine. He said this is better than fine wine. I said, oh horse, please don't drink. He laughed at me with a sarcastic wink. He walked away looking crooked and blind. I said, oh horse, no more moonshine. And I remember my husband and I, we just laughed because it was so silly. That's the one thing about a writer. When you're a writer, for those of you who love to write, for those of you who love to invent, for those of you who love to create, we see things different than maybe others see it. We see it different. I think about the story of Dolly Parton and where she lived. She grew up in a one-room house, and they were very poor. But guess what? She was a Tennessee girl that loved to sing. So, we don't have to have riches to use our talents. We could use our talents even in the hard times. A Parton lady lived in these hills with pigeon lakes and daffodils. She sang country songs to her heart's content and became famous without a cent. She now sings songs all around the world. The Parton lady was a Tennessee girl. Hope you enjoyed the Tennessee poems. And my experience in Tennessee was absolutely beautiful. I remember when we got to Dollywood and my husband pulled in the park. We happened to go the day before opening. We were there too soon. But everything happens for reasons, because we ended up getting free tickets to get into the park. So that was definitely a blessing. And if you've never been to Tennessee, Pigeon Forge is absolutely such a beautiful place to visit with a beautiful restaurant. So I hope you enjoyed tonight's My Proverbs Home podcast. May God bless you. And remember, stay away from that horse that drinks moonshine. God bless you all, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.